Hello everybody, CF Maths here and welcome back to another video. Now this type of question is what I would call a problem solving question. We know the individual components of the question and we've seen and we've practiced these elements before, but questions like this is all about putting those together. So in this example, as usual, I've not worked through the question myself yet, but what I can see is we've got a trapezium, we're told the area, and we're also given a ratio of two sides, and we need to work out the length. So what I'm thinking here is the area of a trapezium formula, which involves the two sort of parallel sides of the trapezium and the perpendicular height. Now, we've not been given any of that information, so we're going to need to do some sort of reverse engineering here. So we want to find this length AB. We're told obviously the area of the trapezium is 66 centimeters squared, and we're also told that the ratio of the two parallel sides is 2 to 3. So where would I start with this? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the area of a trapezium formula. So if I've got a trapezium that looks something like this with parallel sides A and B and height h, then the area is 1/2 A plus B times h. Okay, so we add together the two parallel sides, multiply by the perpendicular height. Just going to write down that that is perpendicular. Okay, and yeah, we multiply by the height. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this equation and set it equal to 66. Yeah, because that's what we've been told in the question. So I'm going to say 1/2 lots of A plus B times h is equal to 66 centimeters squared, okay? Where AB is A, DC is B, and obviously we've got this height. Now, we don't know A, we don't know B, and we don't know h. So, what else have we been told in the question? Well, we've been given that this slant height is 6 centimeters, and we've also been given an angle. Now, because we are looking for a perpendicular height here, your mind should be springing to trigonometry, okay? We're looking for a perpendicular height, which means this creates a right angle. We know the slant height and we know the angle. So let's set up our SOHCAHTOA. So as I say, again, we've got 30, we've got 6, and we want h. So which two sides do we have? We have the opposite, and we have the hypotenuse, so this is going to be sine. So I know that sine of 30 is equal to h over 6. Now, this is a non-calculator paper, so we should know that sine 30 is equal to 1/2. Okay, 1/2 is equal to h over 6. This means that h has to be 12. Not 12, sorry, has to be 3, yeah, because h is equal to 6 over 2, which equals 3. So we now have the height of our trapezium, brilliant. So I'm going to take that now. So h is 3. I'm going to take that now and I'm going to substitute it into our trapezium equation. So we now have that 1/2 lots of A plus B times 3 is equal to 66. Okay, so in other words, 3 over 2 lots of A plus B is equal to 66. If we multiply everything by 2, so multiply this side by 2 and this side by 2, we get that 3 lots of A plus B is equal to 132. And then if we divide both sides by 3, I'm hoping 132 is divisible by 3. We get that A plus B is 132 over 3. And let's just have a think. Does that divide by 3? So I'm thinking it's 44. Yeah, 40 times 3 is 120. And 4 times 3 is 12. Perfect. So we now have that A plus B, which we don't need brackets around anymore, is equal to 44. Now if we go back to our diagram, let's just remind ourselves that A is AB. Okay, so the top bit of the trapezium, and B is DC or CD. Good, so this is where we are up to so far. Let's go back to this ratio. Okay, the length of AB to the length of CD is 2 to 3. So this allows us to set up an equation, and I have made a video on these type of ratio questions before. This tells us that if we take the length AB and divide by CD, we get 2 over 3. Okay, so I'm going to take that and move it down to here. So we also have that AB over CD is 2 over 3. Okay, so we want to know what AB is, so that means we need to eliminate CD. So in other words, we need to write this as CD, we need to write this fraction as CD equals something. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to flip everything upside down. CD over AB is 3 over 2. And now, if I multiply through by AB, I get that CD is equal to 3 over 2 lots of AB. So, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute it in to here. So let's see what we get when I do that. So I get AB plus 3 over 2AB equals 44. We can think of AB as just 2 over 2AB. So we've got 2 over 2 plus 3 over 2. So that gives us 5 over 2. AB is equal to 44. Okay, just about got enough room for this. If I multiply by 2, I get that 5AB equals 88. And if I now divide by 5, I get that AB equals, well, 88 divided by 5. So if we divide by 10, it's 8.8. If we then multiply that by 2, that's going to be 17.6 centimetres.